There's been plenty of times I've been stuck at the house due to not knowing the responsibility of owning a vehicle. Today, I'm going to discuss 3 responsibilities I believe is important to owning a vehicle. The first thing I'm going to discuss today is having a valid ID. Having a valid ID is very important. In order to get the valid ID, you have to have all the important documents. You have to pass all the tests they have required. Another important thing is to make sure that your fines are paid, tickets, because if you don't, then they can suspend your license, and of course it's not valid, it's illegal. So that's very important. Another responsibility I'm going to discuss with you today is maintenance. Maintenance is very important. Not only does it keep your vehicle running, it's also a safety thing. You have to make sure that you keep your tires changed. You have to change all the fluids, and eventually all the parts in your vehicle, you'll eventually have to get it repaired. Because if you don't, like I said earlier, it's a safety thing, and you could be going down the road and your tire flings off, and that's not good for you or anyone else around you. The last thing I would like to discuss with you is finances. Finances is a very important role of owning a vehicle. You go in, it's not just, I'm going to buy this vehicle and that's it. Vehicles are very expensive. You have to, most of the time, finish paying the loan. You have to keep insurance on the car, because if you don't keep insurance on the car and you happen to get in a wreck, that can become very pricey. Not only did you mess your car up, but you also messed up someone else's car, and you would have to pay for both, and you eventually had to probably pay for their medical bills if it was serious. That's why it's very important to keep insurance. And another thing is tags. Of course, you have to keep tags up to date. You have to keep your ID up to date. So that could be pretty pricey. And of course, maintenance is not cheap. You had to pay for all the parts and the labor. The labor is what costs the most, unless you know how to do it yourself, but that could be pretty difficult. And the most pricey one of all would be gas. Gas is very pricey, but gas is the main thing that you need to get to A to B. So these are the 3 things that I believe is very important to know when you own a vehicle. Thank you.